Inside is not just one of my favorite games or experiences, it is one of my favorite fully realized ideas. The level of detail that developer Playdead has achieved in this work of art is astounding. You can see this from the screenshots that you see online, but it's never fully believed until you see it in motion. Yes, this game does not have a graphics menu to tweak settings like textures or anti-aliasing, but what it does have is one of the most compelling volumetric lighting, gorgeous reflections, and stunning animations all running at 60 frames per second, no matter what console you play on. The recording you're reviewing is rendered at 4K 4096 by 2160p on my desktop with NVIDIA Shadowplay. Playing this on PC is perhaps the best way to play the game in my opinion. My first two playthroughs were first on PlayStation 4 and then again on PlayStation 4 Pro. So my first playthrough was rendered at 1080p, and then on my second playthrough it was 2K upscaled to 4K on the PS4 Pro. And now on PC it's at a full 4K resolution. The best way to experience this game is either with full surround sound in a dark room with a 4K OLED screen, or on PC with some nice over-ear headphones on, again, a 4K OLED screen. However, any way that you experience this game, I think will leave you with quite a lasting impression, and as for me, looking at the world in a new light. While not being the highest polygon count video game I've ever seen, Inside is still one of the most visually striking games I've ever played. I liken it to some of my other favorite titles, Journey and Shadow of the Colossus. Never in Inside are there any words uttered, everything is told through the visuals and the sound effects and some ambient music for effect at key moments. The art style shows our main character not having a face but is recognizable as a boy with his red shirt. A main component about this game is how Playdead has evolved since their first game, Limbo, which strictly was a 2D world and only used black and white for visuals. In Inside, now it's a 3D world, but you still move in a 2D plane. Slightly more ambitious this time around. They also enhanced the color palette from now only being black and white. Now there's black, white, shades of gray, and certain elements are highlighted with red, like the main character's shirt, or yellow, which is always used for the secrets in the game, which, if you collect all the secrets, reveals an alternate ending that gives you more insight to the lore of the game. So it's interesting to see Playdead with their sophomore title up the ante a bit in the visuals department, slightly like this. So the four elements of the visuals that really stand out to me the most are lighting, animations, reflections, and the water physics. The lighting, especially in moments in the beginning of the game when you're looking upon the vast, wide open landscapes of the field, just bleed into my everyday life when I appreciate moments living in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, when I look upon similar vistas. Playdead is a master at framing a scene. The animation from the character movements to even like the camera smoothly transitioning depending on what's happening, to the dogs, the creatures, just everything is so believable it's scary at times. What's also very believable are the reflections in this game. Possibly one of the most beautiful moments in this game is just seeing like a white light being reflected on the surface. I feel like I haven't been mesmerized by reflections on water in a game since Half-Life 2. Lastly, the water physics are a pleasure to behold. One moment that shows the level of detail in this game is when you first put on the device to control the mindless people and you just see the water ripple below you and the pig that you use to get up to the power source. And you can just see the water rippling from the device that's emitting either microwaves or some type of energy. Alright, just want to quickly note that the audio in this game is perfectly mastered. From the sound of your footsteps, to the dogs chasing after you, to the subtle ambient sounds occurring around you, to even like the little weird noises that the humans with basically no minds that you control. Oh god, it's just all very real. So with a nice pair of headphones or surround sound, you'll be completely immersed. But be prepared to have some jump scares when you die, because you will die, but not enough to ruin the pace of the game. And on to gameplay. Playdead is a master at teaching you the mechanics of the game, keeping it simple and not have a steep learning curve. Every puzzle that you'll encounter is built on the foundation that they have made for you. Another great game that exemplifies this is Celeste. They build upon everything that they teach you very well. You do not move the camera inside. Instead, you have one of the best cameras I've seen in a game, other than maybe God of War, the newest one that just came out on PS4, where it's just a one shot. So the camera inside mostly remains stagnant, but does shift its perspective slightly depending on what's happening. However, in every second of this game is completely thought out and framed perfectly for the player to experience. At 60 frames per second, this game feels amazing in hand and only requires players to use the analog stick and 2 buttons. Very simple controls, but Playdead still finds a way to keep puzzles challenging enough to require many minutes before completion. Also, the pace of this game is amazing. I recommend you play this game maybe around like 7 o'clock at night, and it takes about 4 to 5 hours to complete when looking around the world for the secrets as you play, so you can be done by around 11 or midnight. Overall, Inside is an amazing experience filled with moments of astonishment to moments of terror to an ending that you will never forget and will probably debate with others and your friends when you have them play it as well. I know I made my brother and my best friend play it so we could all discuss our own theories of what just happened over the course of the game. So bottom line, pick this game up. It's usually priced at the most expensive $19.99, but I've gotten it on sale on the PSN for $10 and also $5 on GOG for my PC. And if you do want to share it with friends, you can do that for free on GOG because it's DRM free. So experience this game any way you can, and when you do, feel free to come back here, leave me a comment of what you thought. So in conclusion, I think it's a 10 out of 10 masterwork. Thanks for listening. Like, comment, subscribe, and share, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.